Hello! For those that have clicked and listened, thank you. Welcome to the Mates and Moments podcast. Now, you may be wondering, why is this called Mates and Moments podcast? Well, I think it's probably obvious, but I'll just elaborate. So, it's four of us. We're all mates. We love to share our moments about what we go through in life. And I think we thought, why not put this in the podcast land and, just share an eclectic mix of subject matters that we wish to talk about as friends. So, in terms of, why, for me, I've never would have thought in a million years that I'll be even getting into this world. But I think with the help of my friends, I grew that confidence and that trust that, we'll do something special with this, and hope to just share our experiences and bring it into this wonderful land of podcasting in various platforms. I mean, that's probably one why. I mean, not sure if you guys agree.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, there's four of us. We're all close friends, and being able to chat in this sort of environment and platform is pretty cool. I'm excited to see how far we can go with this. For me personally, I think I wanted to do this for sort of like a remembrance for the future, so looking back at the conversations we've had, and even pass it down to our future generations so they can understand the culture that we live in, the environment we live in, and how social media is changing. Because even for myself, this is it's a big step to be out there like this. But really keen to sort of leave a weird sort of social media legacy for the next generation,
or even a time capsule in terms of
exactly that.
I would like to say we're also two sets of brothers as well.
Oh, really? You got the test for that?
Nah, sorry.
What was that laugh?
Sorry. I'll let you know later, Christian, about the DNA
Oh,
results.
yes. I don't know we told our names yet, but I'm Christian. And this guy who just misspoke is Vinz. And the person you heard previously was Sunny. And right in the background is our one and only Jazzy.
Yeah, hi everybody.
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
I was saying.
This is just kind of the evidence of how our pod might start looking like.
Yeah, I mean, what were you going to say about me, Jazzy?
I was going to say a lot more things, but I know Vinzy was talking about, that we're being a two set of brothers. So which we are.
Yes, indeed.
A two set of brothers in terms of that, and he will produce the DNA result soon.
You should be a bit worried, Christian.
Well, you're just going to capture my drool or something.
That's disgusting.
Indeed.
What hair you got left?
Wow. Already went personal there.
Already went there. This is the first episode, guys.
At least I can reach the top of the shelf.
Okay,
Wow.
okay. Calm down. First episode, guys. We've got plenty to go.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
For my reason with the podcast, I just want to expose my character more, because I feel like I have lots of moments that I like to share with everyone, different experiences that people might like to know, or may help them with their own situations in life. And I feel like with myself, my personality is quite of a quiet character, but I feel like I can expose it better in a sense.
I think you'll be the judge of that, Vinzy boy.
I think the audience will be the judge.
And it's a good thing you said expose your character and nothing else.
But I mean, he does make a good point though about sharing our experiences to other listeners and other people, because I'm sure there's other people who go through the same things as us, and being able to share it, I think, for the listeners might be quite helpful for them, and that's something I would hope they would take upon.
Yeah, absolutely right, Sonny and Vinzy. Like, that's my reason of kind of doing this and from the platform, and I've wanted to do something like this for a while now, and I shared the idea with you guys in terms of this is what I wanted to do, because also wanted to give back to the community that I've kind of grown up in, and not knowing that there's not many South Asian people, South Asian men in this kind of profession doing the things that they're doing, and just to kind of inspire, well, one, each other, and two, to the kind of next generation, whoever's kind of listening to all
Yeah,
of this.
there's a bit of a spoiler alert there, wasn't there? We're all Asians here.
Yeah, absolutely. We are all South Asian together. So yeah, and also I wanted to kind of focus on our physical and psychological well-being, which I think is really, really important in today's day and age.
Oh yeah, definitely mental health.
Yeah.
Is one aspect that's become more prevalent in this last decade.
Yeah, and then also the obvious thing is I get to spend time with my friends and my brother, which is fantastic, and we can have a laugh. It gives us an opportunity to talk about a variety of different things that we're going to be talking about and that we want to talk about, from our life experiences, from our life struggles, to our work, to our home life, being South Asian, sports, which we all love and we're a big part of, which is a weekly kind of schedule within our diaries, isn't it, boys?
Yeah. I mean, something I would look forward to rather than just working, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, who likes work, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are my kind of reasons in terms of why I thought this would be a really good platform, and probably the right time to do it as well. In today's day and age, that this is probably the best way forward of how we can, I guess, start sharing some of our experiences with the outside world.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about ourselves, but I think that would be just straightforward and boring. Let's try and make it more fun. Let's get each other to talk about one another. So, who wants to start?
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's going to start, boys?
Oh.
I think Vinzy should start.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
There we
let's
go.
nominate him.
The one with the most character.
Let's pick on him. Vinzy.
Time to expose myself. So I've got the great pleasure of describing Sunny.
Great. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. Good Christian, you're gonna go.
No, that's all right. No, I think let's see what Vinzy says about Sunny.
Oh, deep down, he's a kind guy. He generally looks
How
out
deep
for-
do you have to go to find that kindness?
Deep down.
Deep down, he's a kind
Not
guy.
on, not on
Deep
face
down,
value.
right.
So what is he on the surface then?
How deep do you have to go to find that?
in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay,
Go on.
okay.
Share.
All right, go on. Okay. So deep down, he's a nice person.
And
And
fill in the gap, please.
I mean, do you want
That's me, guys. Thanks for listening.
I mean, is there anything that you can help maybe describe him in a few words, I guess, if that makes it easier? Or what would you expect him, who do you expect him to invite over in a dinner party? Just something.
yeah, something for our listeners that they can go to get a good sense of what is Sunny actually like.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
I was questioning whether to say that. I'm like, I'll get questions on myself.
You question yourself if
You're
you say
questioning
that.
yourself in the presence of Sunny, eh?
So basically the opposite of tall, dark, and handsome.
What is? Oh, good.
What
Cut me
is
off.
it? Did
Someone
you-
cut me off.
did you-
No, come on. Okay, at least
Okay.
describe it in
Focus.
5 words. Come on, at least do
Focus.
that.
5 words. He's thoughtful, generous, fierce competitor. Competitor. Oh, no.
Just repeating the words.
Yeah. So fierce is one word.
Fierce and the competitor is 2 words.
Yeah.
He's got 5 now, Chris.
Yay.
Yeah. Wow. This is one more.
Oh,
Just
thanks for this introduction. Everyone, all the listeners must think, wow, what a guy.
yeah.
Yeah, this is something to expect later on for me.
I mean-
guess.
So, should I talk about Vinz?
Yeah, I think
May
we
as
should
well.
move
Yeah.
on. And
Give it to him back now.
Yeah, so, I mean, Vinz, he's quite a few things for me. I mean, one of them is that he doesn't have much to share. It's like it's more like a hard coconut where you have to crack open to get some of the flesh in terms of who he is sometimes, which I guess the listeners must be getting that vibe with how we're trying to get him to open up. He is quite resilient in life, I find. No matter how difficult life gets, he seems to find a positive or a shining light. I guess he's that inspiration, even though he might not say much. He has that presence where, you feel light, you feel happy, you can share quite a bit about yourself with him, or you try and become more paternal against him because you find like he's not got the best instincts sometimes, and you kind of want to be there for him to try and make sure he steer clear in the wrong ways. I don't mean in terms of like the like recreational drugs or drinks or anything like that. But in terms of what he's thinking, in terms of how he's approaching things, then yeah, a bit stubborn sometimes. Like he won't agree with a few things that we may say about him, or he'll be like, no, that's not how I feel, that's not how I view things, and then everyone else might say otherwise, but he won't go with it. So he's stubborn in that way. But I guess it's good to be stubborn in some aspects of life, because you're trying to be true to who you are, even though it might not be what the whole world might see.
And
And
it's false. But yeah, apart from the fact that he doesn't believe some of those things, and he's funny. All the funny moments happen to him, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's intentionally funny. That's the thing.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out. The listeners can judge that. But yeah, all the funny moments happen to him.
Yeah, unintentionally.
As you've already kind of realised.
With the great star started, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, like Vinzy is the youngest amongst us, so I think as a collective we probably see him as a little brother in that way, and we treat him in that way. So we're always protective of him,
Yeah,
for sure. But we love to just take the piss out of him at the same time, and he gets the brunt of it. So
I think
because of his age as well.
I think he'll have the most clips out of all the episodes we do, I reckon.
Yeah, he definitely provides the
Predictions already.
Yeah,
those
something
moments.
to expect for the listeners to expect, I think, further down the line.
Don't put too high of a bet, guys.
All right, so we've already been now introduced to Sunny to some level, I guess.
Yeah, I think someone else needs to like add to that, maybe.
I think we will have to revisit Sunny and, add to that.
From my experience with Sonny, I think he's very good with decision making. I'll give him that. Like he'll always look at the options and find the best one to take, which is helpful because I'm very indecisive. And then when Sonny, if we're going somewhere and then we're deciding what activity to do or what food to eat, he gives a good breakdown and then we make a decision and we get things done quickly, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
and I would kind of echo that. And also, Sonny's not afraid to speak his mind. He can be the most outspoken out of all of us, I would say.
yeah.
And in that, because he's so decisive, he makes that decision and he sticks by that.
Is it too late for me to chime in?
No.
I don't think Sonny wants to hear any more from you.
Yeah, you had your chance, Vinz.
Yeah.
No, this is a good moment, and you're going to ruin it.
Probably. I would say definitely is a handyman. Good. He's handy with his tools.
Oh, mate.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's in the clip.
Block his mic now. He's done.
Well,
He's done.
Whatever Sonny and Vinzy get up to, we
Mate.
did not need to expose that. But thanks.
I don't know what he
Vinz.
observes.
yeah. No, but he's in terms of DIY. Yeah, Sonny is pretty good.
Right.
I
Okay.
must say he's a go-to person for that. I wouldn't use those collective words there, Vince. Handy tools.
He's done. He's done.
Vinzy's just checked out now. That's it. It's all over for him. He's gone now.
Well, good. We've just talked so much. We've only talked about two of us, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, we have. And
I'll
who's
move on
left?
now. I'll move on to Jazzy, I think.
yeah.
Sort of started this podcast for us, started the whole reason for this. So that sort of shows you his entrepreneurial side, his creative side of things, outside of his own sort of, his day job. He's still pushing and thinking about ideas for us to get together, and because we would never have come up with this at all. So that's something I'd really, appreciate from Jazzy for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think with Jazzy, he's probably the biggest positive influence in my life. I think.
Yeah.
Like even back years and years ago when we first met to now, like I would have never believed in myself to even just speak and share my opinions or express myself in this podcast world. And even back then when I was young and I wasn't really the most sociable person, and then he brought me, and he did bring the best out of me, and I say he's the biggest positive influence in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's
of you
really
guys
nice.
So far.
See, this is what you need to say, Vince, to Sonny.
What is he going to say to Jazzy now? Go on, Vince.
No, to speak. I was going to say with Jazzy, he is someone you can open up to. You can let him know your deepest thoughts, I guess, and give you
Deepest,
sound advice.
darkest.
Deepest, darkest thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind of everybody to say.
And I think with Jazzy as well, if I had to be in his shoes and just trying to think about who would like he want to be in the company of in like a dinner party or something,
Yeah.
I can imagine it be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep.
No.
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
fair
yeah.
Enough. Yep.
The Rock
Yep.
Yep.
and
Ooh.
anyone
Some more
else?
recent. I think someone more recent, and that speaks to his love of Punjabi music
Yes.
and Punjabi artists.
That's a very good shout.
If we
I mean,
didn't-
there's quite a few over the years I know, but
Oh yeah, okay. So that Gurdas Man then comes to mind.
yeah,
then.
Gurdas Man.
That's
AP
a very
Dillon.
good shout.
Yeah,
Which
AP
is-
Dillon.
AP
Well, that's
Dillon.
probably more
That's
recent,
more
but yeah, I
recent,
think
that's a very good shout.
yeah. Well, I think Gurdas Man, maybe Karan Aujla, maybe.
But that's all
Yeah, so
very
that
good
gives you an idea of what maybe
Okay,
if
wedding, innit?
you know if Jazzy agrees, that
Yeah.
sort of gives you an idea of the type of characters that he probably looks up to or he would like to speak to or be engaged
Well,
with.
that resonates with him.
Yeah, no, that's very nice. Cristiano Ronaldo, because obviously I support a Real Madrid. I'll share that with everyone. People can boo, so I like his determination, the way he's come from. So that's really good. Dwayne Johnson, because I grew up in that era of wrestling.
Yep.
So The Rock is kind of a big favour, and Gurdas Man I grew up with as well. So I think those are fantastic.
Anyone
shouts.
else you want to add?
Well, in terms of who I would kind of want to meet,
In the dinner party.
at a dinner party, maybe like some sort of like scientific head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone like Einstein or someone like
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
that, or like Carl Jung or Freud or someone
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
Someone who's like mind orientated. If it's like a was it fictional character like Professor X, like somebody like that. Who's,
I was gonna
who's,
say
like,
more
super
about
smart.
around your profession now. Now you're going to.
Yeah, I guess like so someone who's like just kind of like super smart and just like
Mm.
I guess that'd be quite cool just to kind of meet.
I know this person. Well, I don't want to say anything bad about them, but your namesake Jazzy B, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Jazzy bit.
Big fan of Sukhshinder Shindar and
Oh,
Jazzy P,
yes.
so in that time. So yeah, why not? Already met Shindar, but it'd be good, to meet both of them
Oh,
as
yeah.
a,
No,
as a
that
pairing.
was a good experience.
As a pairing. Well, no, thank you guys. Those are some lovely words that you shared with the listeners, so they get a good flavour of who I
Yeah.
am, and I think they back up where I am.
So
So
is it best till last now?
yeah, you could say that potentially.
Yeah.
We don't know about that.
I've got something to say before we move on to
Go on.
Christian.
Yeah, go on.
I only recently found this out, and it's probably the most obvious thing ever. But Cristiano Ronaldo, Cristiano is actually translation to Christian, so his name is also Christian.
Wow. Well, there you go.
And I was like, that is so obvious, but why did I not know that? Why did I? So his name's Christian.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Probably focus
mean-
on the Ronaldo bit.
Christian Ronaldo.
I mean, I guess that's the biggest compliment there, and I'll leave it at that. Don't need to say any more, guys.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I guess you can take it as a compliment, but I don't think it was meant to be one. But, but it is. So yeah, so that leaves me with Chris. So what can I say about Chris? I've known Chris for such a long period of time now, and as he kind of chipped in with the description around me, we've been together through thick and thin. He is one of the most reliable people that I can depend on, in my life. If I know whatever I need, I know I can just make that quick call to him and he will be there irrespective of anything. And one thing that I've learnt about him and that I like most about him, now sometimes it does frustrate me, I must say, but what I do like about him is the fact that he is super nice, he is super polite, he doesn't like to get angry with anyone, he doesn't like to get in anybody's face, tell anybody off, apart from his siblings, of course,
Yeah.
etc. But I mean, in terms of anybody outside of that, he's just super, super nice. And even if people are doing wrong by him, he will still try and see the good in people, and that's what I like about him. But what I don't like about the fact is sometimes some people will take advantage of that, which I hate to see, because I don't want him to see him suffer that way.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think someone had said, Christian, sometimes I think people just look at your face and they see the word mug written over there sometimes.
Oh,
and
man.
I don't like that aspect, but in general, like, he's the nicest person you will meet. He's nice to everybody, always says hello to my family members, his family members, extended family, people outside, always willing to engage in conversations, even though he was saying that he struggled with conversations as he was kind of growing up. But now he's like super sociable, likes to be around people, likes to have conversations with everybody, likes to share his experiences and listen to other people's experiences. And for me, it's always someone I can bounce my ideas off. And I know even if my ideas are crap, he will still back me and give me good reassurance.
Oh, thanks, mate. I say, you know, I do believe in you a lot, so that probably helps.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I sort of agree. I think, you know, Christian is a nice person. He does speak to a lot of people. He likes to engage in conversation, but also I think in his family and even in his friends, like he's always there. He's always available. He's always supporting his family, his friends. He'll back them. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, and you can see that. Yeah, you can rely on him.
Oh, thank you. I always try and be as empathetic as possible around whoever I am. Always trying to get a holistic view of things.
Yeah.
So maybe it's kind of frustrating though if it sounds like when I try to take different aspects or be a devil's advocate, sometimes some people might just think, what the hell are you on about, mate? Why are you not listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But it's like I try and give a encompassing opinion, and sometimes it might sound like I'm sitting on the fence sometimes, but I feel like maybe it's just always opening the possibilities about where things can go, I guess.
Yeah, he tries to be all-inclusive to everything and everybody, and sometimes it does bring his downfall in times, but generally speaking, as I said, as you probably hear throughout our podcast, he won't say many things that are controversial. He will just kind of stick to the line and just be nice and polite throughout the whole experience, generally speaking.
Well, yeah. Oh.
And another thing to note out is I like the way that he sticks by his belief and principles.
Oh.
What beliefs and principles?
A Christian.
He's Christian. Oh, his Christian belief. Oh, okay. You mean his religious beliefs of Christianity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess everyone should be on their deen, as they say,
Yes.
for the Islamic faith.
That's fair enough. Well, so that's quite nice.
And he's
isn't it?
also, I guess, injury prone.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is true.
That is very injury.
Is that coming with age or?
No, I think even back then.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He is the oldest out of all of us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think even young. I think when my sister said, "Mate, you're not designed for sports. Just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
It's too injury prone."
Yeah, he never played sports really when he was growing up.
But even when I did, I always end up
Yeah,
picking something.
especially football. He was always injured in football.
And then in cricket, I had a massive cartoon-sized bump that didn't go away after 6 months
Yeah,
because I didn't wear a helmet.
That's fair enough. Well, so that's the introduction to the four of us, isn't it? Really? So
Yeah, I mean, like this is just a slither of what we can offer, really, in each episode. I guess. I mean, we're just going to share our perspective on things, and we put our tag like life, laughter, and doosras, right? So doosra meaning that you might expect something, but something else might occur afterwards. In the cricketing sense, where you expect the ball from an off spinner to turn in, but then that doosra makes it spin the other way, which will flummox the batsman. But hopefully that really personifies our interactions, and as these weeks go on, and we share more of ourselves each week, and in each of those social media platforms. So I know we're going to have our Spotify, we're going to be having YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Anything else we're missing, guys? Maybe a Patreon, Instagram. God, is this? No, not Snapchat. I can't.
No, all the kind of normal social platforms in terms of that, and as Chris has already kind of mentioned, it is just going to be, clips of our shared experiences. As we've already mentioned, we're big sports fans, so that there's going to be like sports themes that we're going to talk about. There'll be life themes that we'll talk about. Work themes, our social cultural kind of backgrounds, and sometimes we'll have some serious discussions, sometimes we'll have light-hearted discussions, sometimes we'll just have fun discussions. It'll be a variety of different things to help kind of give our life experiences to everybody.
And one thing I'll look forward to is feedback from our listeners, basically.
Yeah.
That will be the most rewarding thing, I think. Even good or bad. Hopefully 100%. No spam.
Yeah, absolutely. Feedback is always good because it can help us improve, what we're doing well, what we're not doing so well, what topics we can talk about, and actually just kind of create the community that we're looking to kind of create, between us four and the rest of the world out there, to kind of help them share their experiences as well as us.
Yeah, I just want to encourage, like what you guys are saying is, when the listeners are following us, this is your platform as well, so feel free 100%. To engage with us, feel free to send us messages, and we can respond back to them, and we really want to grow this together with you guys, so
100%.
Feel free to send us what you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Any words of wisdom will be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's kind of keep on growing this together.
I'm really looking forward to the feedback I'm going to get.
Mhm. I'm sure they'll be nice to you.
Yes.
So yeah, that's all of us. So that was me, Christian, and Jazzy, and
See you
Sunny,
guys.
See you guys.
and Vinzy boy.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you all.
Bye.